It's time for Full of Shit Friday. We're gonna watch some slop and make your day. The slop will flow, but that's okay, because it's Friday. Friday, gotta watch slop on Friday. We're gonna Friday, gotta watch slop on Friday. We're gonna
Gotta watch Chops on Friday. Hello. Yes, I was late because my audio was doing some stuff, and yeah, but the point is I tried to start the stream off saying moo, because sometimes it just like it gives you like a few seconds of or a second or two of audio before it starts the actual stream. So insert moo here. Yeah. So what's actually happening today is, so it's kind of a follow on from last week's stream. We watched ShoeOnHead. Well, Timu Shoe was here. Well, I am Timu Shoe. Anyway, point is, she was the real Shoe was reacting to or speaking about female Gooners, and one particular book that is very popular called Morning Glory Milking Farm, I think it is. And yeah, that the story apparently has to do with minotaurs and a human girl, and it's her job to milk the minotaur. And that's as much about it as I really know. We had a few excerpts read to us by Shue. It was very titillating. Yes, they get it on, Theo. They get it on. So instead of milking a cow, like normal cow, it's getting ejaculant. Geez, we're not even 5 minutes in, but yeah, it's gross. It's very gross. And part of the commentary that we were having was that women don't find this gross, or they're very proud of it. They're very it's not, they're not ashamed at all. And that kind of gets us, if we think back to a little stream that I was on this week about whether we coddle men. It seems like we seem to just let women get away with a lot of things. This kind of, oh well, we're expressing our sexuality in a very sophisticated way, so it's absolutely fine to be very, very open about what we're flicking the bean to, apparently, because yeah, people put on Instagram and stuff my list of books to flick the bean to, and all of those sort of things that Shue went and did very good research on. Thank you very much to ShoeOnHead for that. I did not read the book, but the thing is, this inspired a certain viewer of ShoeOnHead to read the book himself. And I say himself, you see, he is a male. And he's decided to take he's a heterosexual male, as far as I know, and he's decided to take the jump into there he is, moo. He says he's taken a jump into actually reading it. He got it. I remember we finished the stream, and then I saw a picture of, there was a picture that Paffy had sent, and it was of him unboxing this book. So he's read it and he's reviewed it for us. How very, very useful for all of us to have an idea of what this book is like. After that book, he changed. Oh, he was heterosexual, and then he read the book and he became the other way. Why am I the only one to click like? Exactly, Sparkles. Yeah, what is this? Oh, Sparkles is wearing a Halloween mask, it seems. Spooky. How you doing, Sparkles? Yeah, exactly. 9 people in chat and only 1 clicks like. Wow, guys. I mean, you're here and you haven't left. So just like it, okay? Just like it. 304s. Oh, nice. Hi, Groovy. Yeah, I can send you the clips of Leon reading the book I did for Zax. You did? Wait. Okay, so you, yes, send me the clips, people. Didn't you send them? I think you did. You already sent them, peepers. So we can look at those. I just want to get into I got 2 likes when I did it. Yeah, there you go. It's accent shoe. Yes, hi. But I haven't attempted makeup this week because it's not a shoe react. We only do makeup with the shoe react. Okay. Bro, I just got you and I'm getting roasted. Yeah, well, there you go. We are going to watch Paffy's review and then we'll have Leon's clips, I suppose, if we can stomach them. And then also, guys, just if we want a bit of a palate cleanser, we're actually going to then watch some other horrific things. Spooky videos is what I want to try. No war paint, no, not for us, not today. Both shoes have accent to Creamage and myself. Yeah, that's true. But you are the accented, okay, to Americans. So I don't think women will like men's reviews. That's the thing, Matt. That's what Shue was getting to in her video was the women don't like men giving their opinions on these things. But of course, we want to hear the opinions of men here on That Dot Kitty's channel. So let us also just a reminder. The world does not coddle men. It's very difficult to be a man. I've noticed it just from the woman's perspective. I would rather be a woman. Thank you. As for what's the name? Your lives, go and hug a man. But as Dorcas said earlier on today, do so consensually. Ladies, you act like you don't. You act like you don't need to ask for permission for those sort of things because men they just by default want it, don't they? Anyway, let's go. Let's get on to this. What? The #1 smut book for women is The Ice Barbarians. Okay, well, Sparkles, have you read this book? The mommy, I keep thinking it's the mommy milker. It's the what? Morning Glory Milking Farm. Okay. You did say, yeah. I saw this book gets advertised on Amazon a week ago called Morning Glory Milking Farm, and I think I'm forever scarred. So did you read, Artoria, did you read the blurb and stuff? Okay, hear me out though. Right, as a 32-year-old man, like, yours porn and romance is us without the us. Good job, government propaganda. What do you mean? Like it's sus without the sus? It's I would have it's us without sorry. Asmongold's reaction in chat were hilarious. I wonder, I've never caught an Asmongold live. I'm always just watching clips and things. Tiamat is trying to get me to read the Nasty Cow book. Do it, Sparkles, do it. Read it on your channel. Do it. I saw one chapter and I think humanity is doomed. I'm sure it's not even the worst thing you could read, Artoria. I'm sorry. Humanity is doomed many moons ago. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Let's go. Let's watch. Here is Paffy. He is a very young man, as you can see, but that doesn't make him less valid. He's still male. So let's have a good idea. Oh, so let's check. I just wanted to understand what Matt was saying. Like, women have masculine qualities when they say them. When they see them in not men because of polarizing violent news and TikTok misogyny and such. Oh, so we are as excitable as men. Yes, I'm forever 21. Okay, here we go. Cute and slutty Paffy, let's go.
Hi, my name's Calvin.
Hi, Calvin.
Some people call me.
Some people call you?
Paffy. And today
We call you C Paffy, yes.
Doing something
it's a bit low.
I don't love.
Well, Paffy is going to read the Milky Mama Milky Man Minotaur. So enjoy. Go to his channel for the full review. Seriously, start doing that. Man reviews femme fiction. Do it. I'll watch. I'm watching it. Wait, what? You see, I keep my promises. Also, great makeup, Timushu. That's the joke.
And so I shall. The book in question is Morning Glory Milking
Morning Glory?
Farm.
Morning Glory Milking Farm, everybody. Do you see the nice, beautiful picture? Let's put it. Let's show the class. You know, like when the teacher used to show you the book. Here you go. You see that? There it is. Okay. So Morning Glory Milking Farm, and we've got there's your Minotaur, everybody. Over here, you get the Minotaur and the lovely brunette with wavy hair and her bosoms on their way out. Yeah, audio low. Let me see if I can make it higher. No, it's not coming through my system. But yeah, it's low. I've got it to the maximum here, so I don't know what's up. And I think compared to my audio, it is pretty loud. Let's see. Doing that. Man reviews femme fiction. Do it. I'll watch.
And so I shall.
And so I shall. Anyway.
The book in question is Morning Glory Milking Farm.
I think we should make that a clip for people that do a super chat. Morning Glory Milking Farm.
By C.M. Niscata. I have read, one other sort of smut-ish book in my life.
He read that, and he was, yeah, you're just quiet, exactly. You're not loud and obnoxious like myself. You got to be more obnoxious out here on the internet, boys. What was I going to say? Sorry, I don't let anybody, when I'm reacting to your video, I don't let you talk. The Court of Thorns and Roses, whatever. That was what we were doing our smutty podcast on, and Paffy was our only viewer. So,
and I wasn't a fan of it. It was too much for me. Well,
it was too much for you?
You thought that A Court of Thorns and Roses was too much? This is way too much.
Okay, so he thought, okay, because so he found, I've forgotten his opinion on it, I suppose. He found it too much. Wait, Artoria, did you read it? Did you read A Court of Thorns and Roses? Yeah, he read the first one and said, "Oh, this isn't enough." No, he did not. Yeah, so this is I can definitely see you. If that was too much, you're gonna, the pearls clutched, I'm sure.
Probably not for the faint of heart. The story begins, we meet our narrator, Violet. Violet is a penniless, jobless millennial. She talks like a millennial. She's supposed to be 25. She is watching instructional videos for a new job, giving Minotaurs hand jobs. The place she's interviewing for is called Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Oh, I love how sweet and innocent he is while he says, "So this is our protagonist, and yeah, she just gives hand jobs to Minotaurs." But anyway, so the way we're in, she talks like a millennial. I don't think I want that in my fantasy book, but I guess this now makes it more accessible to the millennials that are reading it. They are feeling a bit more, it's relatable, so I guess that's why they do it. At least with the Court of Thorns and Roses, yes, there is a bit of swearing, but yeah, it's not too modern. Anyway.
Milking farm? You mean dairy farm? No, it's not a dairy farm. It's also not a milking farm, because that's not a thing.
Milking farm, yeah, that is not a thing. We milk at farms, yes, but we don't call them milking farms. But they just wanted the milking word in there because that's fun and exciting. Maybe did this person really write this seriously? Have you guys looked it up? Did this person like do this as a meme and then it actually took off? Because there is a podcast called My Dad Wrote a Porno, and it actually took off because this guy's dad wrote a porno for some reason, and then he went and started reading it as a podcast with his friends, and it blew up. It became a very popular porno because he's reading it with his friends and they're reacting along the way. Go and have a look at that if you haven't. Well, look, you don't look, you just listen to it. I haven't finished it. I think it's like I'm like 4 episodes in, but it's hilarious because it's just a reaction thing. Anyway, let's see.
It is basically a sperm bank meets a rub and tug parlor.
Sorry, what? A Robin Tuck, apparently. A Robin Tug, guys, parlor is what the what's the name? The subtitles have said. So it's basically a sperm bag meets rub and tuck parlor. Okay, nice. Tug, sorry, tuck. Don't tuck.
So that should paint a nice, pretty picture
That'll be
for
so-
you. And the clients to this rub and tug bank are minotaurs. They have the heads of cattle, the hooves of cattle.
Oh, they have the hooves. Wait, for all 4? Tell me, does he say all? So he says the hooves. He does. Maybe they have hands, or no? Minotaurs should have hands, right? They've got just 2 hooves.
And they have sort of humanoid chest areas. The job requires no training.
I love the cut. Maybe he was. Anyway,
No licensing, nothing like that. Which, that's definitely not how nurses get a job. Is that how massage therapists get a job? I don't
yeah, you could. I think it's fun.
think so. It might be how those Asian rub and tug parlors give jobs, but as this book
They give jobs. Yeah, get it?
insists, this is not prostitution.
Oh, it's not prostitution, but sex work's okay anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we don't have to. We don't. But it insists this is not prostitution. It's just work. Okay.
It's a job. So,
Prostitution is a job.
I feel like she's underqualified. Also,
Who are you to say, Pappy? Maybe she's actually pretty good. And I'm sure you found out later on in the book. So you think she's underqualified, she needs some sort of what do you really need that kind of qualification for doing that? I mean, on Yellowstone, the Jimmy goes to the 4 Sixes ranch, and there he has to essentially hold a container while a stud horse gets to work. So he says he just jerked off a horse, and that seemed to be pretty normal. But I don't know. And also, wouldn't human hands just be a bit of a? Do they give them tools? That's my question as well.
the specific purpose of the sperm bank aspect, the collection aspect of this job, is to make Viagra for human men. Am I the only one who feels like that's sort of a symbolic cucking of humanity? This isn't the only
Symbolic cucking of humanity, yes, because humanity cannot get it up. Human men are. I think that's actually what you get from the. This is a thing we discussed. You get from the female literature, clitlet. Okay, ugh, it's so gross to say, but yes, okay, you get from clitlet. You get this idea of the monsters are better than men, because while the women choose the bear, they feel better with the bear, and they get to have this imaginary masculine figure that is actually toxically masculine, but also not. So they get everything that they want in this fantasy, and in the real world, nah, men just don't cut it. So I think having this Viagra thing, yes, because it's Viagra, it's a sexual thing, and it is also saying, yeah, men, you're not good enough, you need it.
only part of the story that sort of feels hostile towards men. But whatever, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Her parents are also
No, you're not reading too much into. Well, maybe we're reading too much into it. They didn't even realize they were doing a symbolism. Okay, so sorry, her parents?
But whatever, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Her parents are also meant to be sort of pushy and annoying. They want Violet to move home, as she might need to move home if she doesn't get this job. They want her to move home. They want her to date Carson Tinsley. Well, I'll talk more about Carson Tinsley.
Carson Tinsley. Is that okay? So if you go to the thumbnail for this, it says Justice for Carson. So I suppose Carson is supposed to be the better man in the story. Well, according to the parents, and she's supposed to reject him for the monster, right? I never thought I was ugly until I lost weight. Now I think I'm fat and ugly as fuck, and I hate my voice. Don't do that. Don't do that, Puffy. Mm-mm. Oh, Daisy. Daisy's disagreeing with you. Carson is a nice guy.
Seems like a good guy to me, but the book hates him.
The book hates him. Fuck you, book.
I wonder if you can hear my dogs barking. All right,
Well, my cat's meowing at the same time, so it works. It's fun. I wonder if you can hear my dogs. Anyway, so hold up. Parents are wanting her to move back home, and she should have a decent man. Parents are still involved, though. Yeah, he is looking good. I think he is, and his hair's looking good too.
Dogs were barking like crazy. Believe it or not, I didn't have to shock them to get them to calm down. So we
Nicely done. Nice reference. We get it. Daisy is wearing a collar, but it's not a shock collar. It's a don't lick your belly collar.
start to learn more about this world. There's a lot of different species. She lives in sort of a zootopia place.
Oh no, don't say that. Don't say Zootopia in this video, Paffy. What the hell, dude? Don't. Ooh. What's it? Rule 34 or Rule 42? What? My brain went there. It's my problem. My fault.
A very metropolis. Lots of different people. Lots of different mythical beings. There's fox people. There's snake people. There's vampires. We'll talk more about vampires. But she doesn't have a ton of experience with other races. Here come the dogs.
She's racist. She doesn't have a ton of experience with other races, so she's racist? Is that what you're telling me? I got invited to a Sea Paffy party.
Pulls up to the milking farm, the rub and tug bank, and it's basically a...
Your dog is trying to stop you from discussing this filth.
Medical facility disguised as a barn. Totally not prostitution.
It has to still look like a barn for the cows, because that. So it still looks like a barn, but it's supposed to be a medical facility. Yes. So we have to have the outside. No, her type is just ungulates. What does that even mean? I just think of somebody as ugly. Okay, hold on. I need to. Daisy is going mad here. Her best friend's a slutty vampire. Well, vampires are slutty. I've just got to get Daisy because wow, look how the parallels between our videos. I'm also getting harassed by animals. Daisy? What? Get into the loop. All right. What's after Kada? I want Kada to read this. Has Kada read it? Preference isn't racism. Oh, she's racist because she doesn't. Yeah, exactly. She's racist if she wants if she's supposed to have a human. Maybe her parents are racist. Her parents are the ones. Okay.
It's got scrubs. It's got gloves.
It's got scrubs and. So we need, because you don't want any of that getting on you, you know?
Hairnets and face masks. They also have an alternative type of scrub that is meant to look like a milkmaid dress.
Okay, wait, what? A milkmaid dress. So we got normal scrubs. Okay, tell us in what situation they wear the milkmaid scrub.
So that doesn't really make any sense to me because
why should it make sense to you?
Scrubs are meant to be easy to clean and cheap to manufacture, and milkmaid's dresses are kind of complex, probably hard to clean. Those are for a very special kind of client. We also...
Oh, okay, so a special kind of client gets the milkmaid outfit. Okay, so these things are, I suppose, excited by human bodies anyway, so it's fine. So milkmaid. Why are they not having their own kind do this? I guess it doesn't matter. What happens if... Do they just not impregnate? Okay, anyway, that's... We're being too logical, hey? See, Paffy's here is like, okay, cool, but now let's think about the uniforms. How then? No, they don't think about that. It's just sexy if she dresses like a milkmaid. Only, though, if you decide to dress like a milkmaid. Otherwise, it's the male gaze. And men are pigs.
At some point mention how men are terribly penis obsessed with their own penis, unlike the author of this book, who's more obsessed with the men's balls. I didn't even know
Okay, so sorry, men are too obsessed with their penises. They need to be more obsessed with their balls. That is that's the message we're getting here. You're signing up for the werewolf one. There's actually, AJ, you're obviously in the BMO Discord. There's a werewolf Vegeta that looks strikingly like you. Also, hi, Thanks, Michael, for the super sticker. StreamYard still doesn't know how to do it, but we've got a fist bump super sticker here from Michael the Dober Dad, which is suspicious in context. we want a normal fist bump, okay? That's fine. Hands. Okay, so anyway, so she hold up. Let's just go back here. Bro said that she's basically the author basically is saying that men are too obsessed with their penises. Okay.
The author of this book, who's more obsessed with their own penis. Unlike the author of this book, who's more obsessed with the men's balls. I didn't even know balls were in the running, but she's obsessed with balls. Talks about them all the time. Yeah, they're.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know if those are like the most exciting part of those. We don't shame here. We don't shame, but it's unconventional. That's maybe what we should say. They do. Ugh. Okay, guys. It's a ton about balls. Like, I thought balls were just an unfortunate reality of having a penis, but clearly CM loves them. Bye-bye. Any, I was gonna get 3 cents AdSense money. It's gone now. We're demonetized, boys. So yeah, apparently that's it. Like, I don't, I think my preference is made clear. Like, it's not that they're a problem, but they're not the morning glory, so to speak. I don't think that's the part that females are excited. We do shame. We do. Pee is stored in the balls. Protect them. Listen, we would not have the goddess of love. Okay, we wouldn't have Aphrodite if balls were not cut off and cast into the sea or something like that. So, all right. This is how far we've come.
Weirdos, unlike me. A little bit.
Sparkles. Have you checked out Kim Kardashian's new thong line? It's sold out in an hour. It's fake bush undies. You can choose white, red, or black hair. Would you? Sparkles, we are going to react to that after this thing. Like, we'll look at it, okay? I think it's a gimmick, okay? I think it's silly because we spend money taking that hair off. Thank you very much. Or at least making it smaller. So yeah, I would say, hey, Kim Kardashian, maybe you could solve hair removal for us. Like, make laser hair removal like 1 or 2 sessions instead of $5 and $1 million per session. I'm exaggerating, but seriously, that's what I have to say about it as a female. But I don't know what are men thinking of basically the merkin with the G-string. I hate wigs, just grow it out. It's a wig. It's like a cherry on top, like if guys prefer certain nipples, I guess. Balls and nipples, are they the same thing? No, nipples are pretty. Balls are not pretty. No, nipples are pretty.
Stuff about how all women secretly want to be whores. They call her a milking technician.
Hold up. What?
Yeah, they're weirdos, unlike me. A little bit of stuff about how all women secretly want to be whores.
Oh, so wait, it says that all women secretly want to be whores. Hold up. They
call her a milking technician. Humans are also supposed to be the most prudish species.
Out of all of these, we're the most prudish, but also there's this inherent thing that the females all just want to be hooers. Interesting.
Which, I guess so, if we look at Mother Nature, but I guess we have good reason to be, right? We have a lot of parental investment in offspring. Other species don't. So she goes.
Jeez, guys. Of course, when the man is reviewing the smut book, he is talking about evolution. Okay, there's an evolutionary reason for us to be not so sexually promiscuous because there's a lot to invest in our young. Because the size of the head, and then the babies come out very, very we have to keep them and develop them and grow them, and that's why you can't have too many babies at once. So don't have that many partners. Good reasoning there. But I don't think the author thought about that much. It's just, here's the surface level. This services my plot, if you know what I'm saying.
Through the cycles, she learns the process. She learns, how to essentially jerk off a minotaur, and then
Is there a difference? Please tell us. Is there a difference between how you would jerk off a minotaur and how you would jerk off a man? Like, I suppose it would be more difficult. It's is it a longer process? She wears gloves, I suppose. Are they allowed to have hybrid jizz? There's so many questions I have about, because you've got the premise. So I would be like, okay, what are we doing with the premise? What does this phallus look like? Oh God, it's upsetting me. Oh God. Okay, I can do this.
get a little tube under there to collect all the.
A tube. So not like a. Okay, I suppose, yeah. That's what the what's the name, the collectors, when they're studding, when they get the jizz from a stud in a horse farm, that's what they do. It's the same thing. It's bigger. It's a lot about oil and balls and finishing them off with the tube. Okay, so you get them going, and then the tube is essentially what you use. It's so gross. I think I'm actually going to start puking, but okay.
The semen. It's bull semen. There's a lot of it. There's 24 ounces per load.
Hold up. In milliliters. Wow! 710 milliliters of. Wow. Woo. That's a problem. Wow. Okay. I mean, okay, then how much is used per load? How much is used to make this Viagra pill? Like, is it one load, one pill?
Sometimes up to 48, which is way, way, way too much. Like,
Yeah, that is, sorry. Oh my. Okay, does she get covered at some point? Okay, I know this. If I know smut and horrific smut, and it's not that I know it because I haven't read it, but I'm thinking, if you're gonna be this disgusting, at some point you're doing these volumes because she's going to be covered in it. Yes? Am I right? Yeah, that is indeed milking.
it's unfeasible. So
It's unfeasible. I think actually we could ask ChatGPT or something about the volume per load of bull ejaculate, but I don't want to know that. You should have done that research yourself, Paffy. You should have done that.
she learns about all the different types of clients she'll be encountering. They have different nicknames. There's earners who are like the Bitcoin bros of the bull semen donation society.
Did you see? They're the Bitcoin bros of the bull semen society. So they're like the stars. They're the studs. They're the studs. They're like they have primo enzyme in their I'm trying to be a bit more a bit less ratchet here.
They count every ounce. They make sure they get it all, and they're to make as much money as possible. They've got ones called the clock watchers, I think, who are just guys on their lunch break. No biggie here. It's not like I'm going into a rub and tug parlor. This is a
Okay, so they're not hard workers. They don't go. They just come in, just earn a little side money, and that's it. It's not their career. Okay.
a medical facility. And then there is one called the Good Little Cows. Now these guys in the book are portrayed as freaks. Freaks who get off to the idea of being milked. Well, guess what? I don't buy it. I think that's unfair, because this fucking book is about milking bulls, and I'm supposed to believe that the bulls who are enjoying it are freaks? Well, let me...
Okay, hold up. Okay, so the good little cows. It is she, Shitty Jen. Hi, Kyle. Okay, just hold on. Just hold on. Okay. Groovy, you know that Paffy can do a Dungeons and Dragons adventure based on this. You know he can. Okay, anyway, but okay, hold on. So the good little cows are the ones that are excited by this. It's not just a job. It's not the idea of just making a deposit like at a sperm bank, that kind of idea. No, it's not this. It's a fetish or an exciting thing for them. They're excited about it. Okay. And he's this Paffy over here is saying that he's not buying it, that these are seen as sickos. Like, well, yeah, I suppose humans are the prudish ones. This should be a normal thing. Like for the animals, they're animalistic. It's fine. What kind of Perry guy wants to be milked? Perry guy? Perry?
Tell ya, CM Nacasta. It's okay for you to enjoy it, but it's not okay for them to enjoy it. Get out of here.
Oh, so they're sick because they enjoy it. They're actually there's some standard of what is actually unacceptable and gross within the world. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, makes no sense.
There's a scene where they laugh at a bull who finishes too fast. It adds to the environment, the feeling that this book is actively hostile to men.
Okay, to math, yes. The world is hostile to math as well. But wait, yeah, wouldn't any guy enjoy it? That's the whole freaking point. Yeah, hello? Hold up. Oh, he finishes too early. That's more efficient, honey sweetie. If you are a business owner, you should be wanting them to finish very quickly, recharge, and carry on again. Hello? But you know what? We're just being too reasonable here. It's just, hey, we get to laugh at the men because the men, look how impotent men. Yeah. So yes, what would happen here, according to what we learned last week by Shue, is that men are threatened by this literature, and they should not comment. And a comment like this being hostile to men, that is you just being a misogynist. The end. You're just a fragile male ego reading a empowering female clitlet.
Anyway, eventually she gets a client who, actually, it's not eventually. It's like her first day. It might be her. I think it's her first like solo client.
Okay, first solo client. Oh, okay, hold on. So yeah, she gets supervised, I suppose. It seems like you're saying it's her first solo client. So she's been supervised, she's being trained, she's watching instructional videos. Ooh, very exciting. A bigot penis owner, exactly. So yeah, we don't waste time, okay? Are smut novels a new thing again? What have I missed? No, they're not new. Romance was basically, the romance would be the worst I think you would get is heaving bosom and penetration, maybe, or stuff like that. And yes, you would have, it was a guilty pleasure. So people would not shout about it and be excited about it and show everybody they're doing it. They would just read it in the privacy of their own home, and that's it. Okay? They wouldn't have big shelves showing all of their books. That is the difference that has been perceived in the modern day when it comes to smut. It is now acceptable and desirable, and we don't need to judge it. It is not the equivalent of a man being proud of watching porn. It's not, because it's more sophisticated. It involves words.
Comes in and she's into him immediately. He's stoic, but it kind of feels to me like he's talking down to her. They have an intelligent conversation.
Oh, he's talking down to her. That girl likes that, doesn't she? Because we're all just secret. We want to be dominated secretly.
At one point, she notices that this intelligent conversation gets him extra hard, extra erect, and she's like, "Oh, I guess that he enjoys that I'm not barely legal, that I'm, mature. And I'm just
Okay, so guys, he's worthy of her. Okay, what has happened in this interaction is he is worthy of her her pleasuring him and her love, because he is actually interested in her for her mind, because they have an intelligent conversation instead of, hey, you're here to jerk me off. Like, wow, it is having your cake and eating it. It's of course we would do that. Females would do that. This is exactly what we would do. We expect the world to be two things at once, and it should absolutely make all the sense. It's cool.
thinking, oh yeah, thank God she's not 19. Thank God. What a gentleman this guy is, right? He's going to the rub and tug parlor. He's like, sure, I hope I don't get a college student. Hope I get a woman who's 25 but speaks like she's 40. In this
She speaks like she's 40. Well, if she spoke like she was 25, it would be like yes and things like that. I don't know. What do 25-year-olds speak like? Probably, yeah. I don't know any 25-year-old women. No, I do. And they're actually, but they're South African, so they've kind of been, they're not Americanized yet.
dude, he's rich. He leaves her $100 tip, which she thinks is awesome, but to me, it seems like not that much money to pay for your dignity. He's got like
Okay, so wow, he gave her $100 tip, which is a big deal. You did well at your job. He really likes you. He gave you a big tip. Make all the tip jokes you want below. So he did that. And yes, he does have a beef with Smut. Very nice, Matthew. But yes, okay, so yeah, it's $100, and you're like, wow, I did well. You're supposed to go, ooh. Is that some kind of pun? Yes, it is. A big beefy pun.
0% body fat. He's got messy hair, but the rest of him's all clean. He's got suits.
So he wears suits, and these are minotaurs that wear suits. But like, do I need to, as this person's partner, eventually, am I gonna like get on down there with a hoof pick and clean out his hooves, like you do for a horse? Is that what you're gonna do? I don't know. You do that there. You actually have to file them for cows. You can do that. We don't do tips in Australia. We give you the full amount up front. Up front, yes, as it should be. Okay. It's only an exit at the back.
I have big balls equals more production, but I'm not.
Big balls equals more production. Yes. So he wrote the notes. Paffy, please show your mom the notes that you wrote for this video. Yes, I guess it reminds me of my notes I was taking for the Ed Gein story. One of them says, trick puss. So yeah, notes are fun. Okay, so yeah, at $100 for your dignity, it's fine. Your Highness, oh my gosh. I think I know which movie you're talking about. Yes, there is like a hooved person in there or something like that. Just wait. Your Highness movie. Oh no, yes, I could not handle it. It was over the top because it was just, obviously it's a parody movie of an adventure thing. And a lot of it, there is a third person there. Yeah. Anyway, cool. I didn't want that shit next to my. I deleted my notes as soon as I finished. Did you finish too quickly?
Sure that's medically true. I don't know if testicle size is necessarily linked to sperm load. Okay, so
well, it is in this book. Okay, we've accepted that minotaurs exist, so now we're gonna understand that ball size. Now it makes me think of that South Park episode where they're all hopping around on their sacks, essentially.
Get to talking, they hit it off. He recommends a coffee place to her. She goes. She likes it. There she meets a vampire who's her best friend. The vampire.
Wait. Is it her best friend now?
Vampire's my favorite character in this book. At one point.
Oh, he likes a character in the book and it's a vampire, but she's Wait, she's a slutty vampire.
She mentions, I don't want to have kids for at least a decade. She's canonically 25, so you want to
Ooh.
start having kids at 35, 36? I know
Yeah, that's normal apparently now. Yeah.
it's a fantasy world, but come on, Violet, get going. This
come,
surrounds
come on, Violet, get going. Especially if you're gonna have more than one. Get going. But she's fine. She's not considering all of this. She's 25. She's not thinking of being a married woman, having a family. It does the fact that she might age out before she actually finds someone does not occur to her.
time she finds out he has a bull ring. The bull ring means someone's married. Well, the reason
Ooh, she finds out he has a bull ring, so he's married. So this is an adulterer.
she finds this out is because she overhears him talking about a woman. She gets super jealous. She asks him what the ring means, and the ring means he's married. But don't worry, he's divorced.
So why didn't you take the ring out? Like you take it when you're divorced, people take the wedding ring off. Are we talking about miniatures and erectile? No, minotaurs. She sounds like a heifer. Hey, Scoob, how you doing? How was your Carrie rough view? I need to go and watch it. I need to watch the movie and then the review.
You see, don't worry, I might be wearing my wedding ring, but I'm just so heartbroken I can't take it off. Ladies, if you...
Sorry, he's so heartbroken he can't take it off. That makes it sweet and makes him more appealing. Okay, just
I might be wearing my wedding ring.
We have some male advice, ladies. Listen to the male voice.
But I'm just so heartbroken I can't take it off. Ladies, if you meet a guy who's wearing a wedding ring and he says, don't worry, I'm divorced, he's lying to you. He's lying. Men be lying, and that's number one lie.
Okay, so wait. Yes, all men. And yes, he might even be taking his ring off to fool you. And then when you find out he has a wife, he might be like, no, I'm separating with her. We separated. But this happens in true crime stories all the time for some reason. Where suddenly the affair lady is like, I didn't know that he had a family and blah, 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 blah. Yes, men be lying. Adulterers be adultering.
Don't trust this guy. No, in the book, he actually is divorced, but in real life, come on, raise your standards. That's a red flag. I got divorced 2 years ago, and I still
Red flag.
been taking my wedding ring off. Red flag. They go on a date. He pays. She finds that so. A man paid on the date.
Yes, this is the part that Shue read for us. Where look at him. He's not doing it to be overbearing or condescending. He knows that she's just in a different stage of her life right now. So yeah, this is the what's the name? The scene that Shue read for us, and it was, or at least it was people reading it. There was a lady that went when he paid, or something. I was like,
With this, can you imagine? This reminds me of when ShoeOnHead said, "How can your standards be so high yet so low?" He has to be a 7-foot tall minotaur, but oh my god, if he pays for that date. They go on 3 dates, and then
3 dates.
I mean, the plot's
Oh, and then
okay, they go on 3 dates. They have sex. She gets a job. That's pretty much it. Yeah, goddamn, that is the whole story.
what?
So, what do I think about the book? Well, I hate it. I hate it because one, it was so graphic. It left nothing to the imagination. Calling this a novel is like calling a condom pants. It's not.
Condom. Calling this a novel is like calling a condom pants. That's quite a thing. Okay. And I would think that Paffy uses the word pants to mean the way that South Africans use pants, and the way that Americans say pants, which is trousers. So it's not even underwear he's talking about. That's the huge jump. Guys, this is a very serious thing that I have to attend to right now. Just hold up.
Sherry needs to go pee or made it to pee. She might get some coffee or maybe even some tea, but she'll be right back with you shortly. Kitten needs to go pee or maybe poopy.
Never mind. That wasn't even the thing that I thought it was going to be, but either way. No, it's not. It's whatever that is. What did you get? On the floor, there's a box. There's no conflict in this book. Interesting. I would like Morla to read it and discuss the narrative. You got to be careful with trusting what a Minotaur tells you. Half of it is bull. Come on. Yes, you're on a roll, Matthew. Talk about anticlimactic. What should I talk about in a book with no goddamn conflict? The conflict. No, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot you've already spoken a lot more about it than. What are those? Those cameras. Ooh, we're gonna spy on the Axie and the Do. Thank you, my baby. I have a human husband.
Not all there. As far as I'm concerned, there's basically two things that make a compelling story. Those two things would be characters and conflict. What are the characters of this book? Violet is so shallow. I get it. Like, come on, women who pick up this at the bookstore, I don't know if they're looking for like a great character.
Hold up, there should be food in there. I already put in.
They want a pick up this at the bookstore. I don't know if they're looking for like a great character. They want a protagonist who is shallow so that they can project themselves onto. Okay.
This is true. I think that is true. The more shallow a protagonist is, yeah, then if you are not looking for a character, you will project. But I suppose you'll project anyway onto any character. I would ask you, I hope, or I don't know if you mentioned it here, but the difference, you can actually find more character in the A Court of Thorns and Roses protagonist. She actually has a past and a personality and a whole thing. And sometimes even in those graphic scenes, this is in the first book at least, in those graphic scenes, there is a lot left to the imagination. It's kind of hinted, and we're not getting into the vascularity of organs and things like that. So yeah, I would say that is the kind. That's what I mean by classy smut. It's that, not this.
Okay, well, I guess that's fine. So what about the male love interest? Is he deep? No, he doesn't have any characterization other than big and hunky. Is he kind of stoic? Well, he's kind of stoic, but also he's not. He's reserved in the beginning and then super forthcoming in the end, which I guess is normal. Like, that could be character progression.
Look at you. Yeah, you did a character progression because you were this way in the beginning and then this way at the end. Well done, character progression. Okay. But is he like an automaton of just, like, there is no, like you said, there's no conflict. Like I said, there's no conflict here. Like, there's no conflict in your relationship, nothing. This person doesn't challenge you in any way, shape, or form. Boring.
Really progression. He's stoic in the times that it would be sexy for him to be stoic, and he's overly forward in the times where it would be sexy for him to be overly forward, which again is fine, but I don't know if that makes a compelling character. So what about...
Oh, but now you see though, Paffy, is you're not supposed to have a compelling character, because I can hear the feminists crying in the background saying, but your porn doesn't have good characters either. But this is the point that people are trying to make by criticizing you, the female smut reader, is that you're saying it's more sophisticated than porn, but we're here showing exactly how unsophisticated it is. So accept that you are a Gooner. Accept you're a Gooner, okay? Don't think it's cute, whatever. Just, yeah, you're a Gooner. And accept your sexuality is as beastly as a man's Okay, that's what you have to do if you want this. You have to have, when you have sexual freedom, you do not get to be prudish about men being gooners. Okay, that's, at least that's what I think in terms of being, what do we call it? Principled.
Conflict. Well, what is the conflict of the story? Is it a will they won't they story?
Yes.
No, because they're into each other
Oh.
the first time they meet. He
Oh.
pretty much asks her out almost immediately. They go on 3 dates, they have sex. That's not will they won't they. That's just someone asking someone out and then going on
No, but there's 5 books apparently. I'm told there's 5 books, Pappy. So there you go.
3 dates and then having sex. That's not a story. Is the conflict she thinks he's married? No,
Yes.
because she gets worried that he might be married. She asks him next time she sees him. He just says, "No, I'm divorced." And that's it. That's the story. That
Oh,
was
so she doesn't go like go into this. She believes him but doesn't believe him, and she's worried if she likes him. And then, you could have all of that kind of complexity. But wait, we need to talk about the seam of the ballsack.
like, I don't know, 20 minutes of reading for me. There's no characters, there's no conflict. A third thing that I had an issue with is pacing. This book took me 2.5 hours to read. I suspect that the average woman reading this book is reading it in, let's say, sessions. So,
Yeah, I suppose it would be sessions, yes. But you do also forget a very important aspect of women is that they're very different in terms of how far and how long they can go versus men. But I'm not going to get into that. You take what you want from that statement.
yeah, I'm not exactly the average reader. I just kind of blew through all the parts that I suspect most people would be slowing down on.
Slowing down, rereading, clipping. Yeah, having a good old time. Putting the book down.
Even so, the pacing is odd. Maybe if I was using it for the intended purpose, I'd see the point of how
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I get 10 sessions out of this book, so it's like
Wow. Oh, geez.
25 minutes of build-up and then 5 minutes of, the hot stuff, the spice. But that's not
The spice, yes, that's what we call it. The spice. It's the spiceometer.
good for a novel. Oh, and one more thing.
Huh?
The climax of this book is obviously
Climax.
when they actually have sex for the first time.
Mhm.
That happens about 60 to 70% of the way through the book. We have like 25% of the book is just falling action. That's so boring. That's terribly paced. There's like a
Falling action. Okay.
scouring of the Shire in this book, where she has to affirm once again that she's not a prostitute, but if she was, it'd be okay.
Yes, we have to do that. We have to do that. We can't take a certain position on that. We don't want to be called a prostitute, but it's also okay if we're a prostitute. Okay.
He doesn't mind that she's
It's, you know what, Theo, I think you know now. I'm sure you've gone and looked it up, haven't you? Theo, this book by me might be screenplayed on PH already. I'm sure you guys will know. Me on the other hand, I don't. But I think, yeah, this is the internet. This thing has been out since 2022. Yeah.
jerking off other guys for a living, but he still helps her get another job. If she wants
Oh, he still helps her get another job. What is pH? Indeed, pH 5.5, the acidity of the skin.
to take it, which she does, it establishes that Carson Tinsley is a loser. It says that again.
Carson!
And it establishes that there are other monsters in this world. Those kinds of monsters.
What's this? What if this is just revenge for the mommy milky meme? I think so. Walls. It might be. Or that's just the reason that they named it that, because they knew how meme worthy that was. And they're like, you know what'll make money? Milky, mommy milky memory book. I don't know. Yeah, it could be. Similar to the Lizzo is a 10 out of 10 and you look like Lizzo thing. Yes, that's exactly it. You'd be like, oh, you look like Lizzo. And there's like, hold up. And the other ones where it's like, oh, congratulations on your transition. Like first they go, oh, are trans women? And then you say yes. And then they go, oh, well, congratulations on your transition. And then the woman goes, I'm not, huh? No, not me. And gets very upset. Like it's you can't make that shit up. It's beautiful. Yeah. You can't have it both ways. Just look at the Cognitive dissonance. I think you need the cognitive dissonance to take on the form of a penis and knock you in the face, and then you'll maybe notice.
Monsters like orcs and mothmen might appear in books in the future. Ooh. Oh yeah, here's one thing. The book says that in this world, there is a certain kind of woman who gets addicted to novel sexual experiences, and men
A certain kind of woman. Did you say kind or a certain woman?
world, there is a certain kind of woman who gets addicted to novel sexual experiences, and men never do this, which
Okay, addicted to novel. Oh, so we need to just always. I suppose that might be a commentary on porn, because the whole idea is that porn. What's the name? It makes you extreme. It makes you go to extremes. It radicalizes you because you're not finding satisfaction in normal stuff. You just go further and further down a rabbit hole of some sort.
is totally ass backwards. If you've read the book, The Case Against the Sexual Revolution,
Oh, we still need to read it. I'm so sorry, Puffy, but that's because I'm still with my Marcus Aurelius. If I go into another book, I'm never finishing that.
and specifically if you're someone who should have read the book, The Case Against the Sexual Revolution, but hasn't yet,
Sorry.
what you need to know is that sociosexuality is the
Yeah.
term that describes the desire for sexual variety in part. This
Okay, terms that describes the desire for sexual variety in part. In part, okay? Just tell me what you mean by in part.
thing, social sexuality, is way higher in men than it is in women. So what is it in this world where men are like, I'm cool with human chicks, and women are like, nah, I gotta try a cow. In my
Ooh, because it's gross and dirty, and then we also get to all talk about it on social media, like we are right now. Yes, I know I'm a hypocrite. Next.
opinion, it paints the average guy as either boring or like lame and loserish and misogynistic.
Oh, but that's just your fragile masculinity, okay? So I hope you know that, Puffy, right? It's your fragile masculinity. You shouldn't be offended by this at all. You should be saying, yes, queen. Actually, you should be having 10 sessions with this.
So Carson Tinsley's the average guy. Justice for Carson Tinsley. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty shitty the way she treats Carson Tinsley in this book. I mean, the dude's just trying to do his best. I mean, is it because
Tinsley sounds like quite an exciting little name. So, shame. Poor Carson. I'm too tender for this shit here. Man up, Puffy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, Bucko?
he's divorced? Can't be, because the main love interest is divorced. Is it because he has to move in with his parents? Can't be, because she might have to move in with her parents. So why is it? I don't know. But
Oh, they don't tell you, but he's a loser anyway? Okay, so they don't tell you why he's a loser, why he's not attractive to her, but okay.
it sucks. Justice for Carson. He seems like a nice guy. What was wrong with Carson?
You know what? Carson dodged a bullet, it sounds like. Okay?
Okay. Final thing. I think this book is indicative of a serious societal problem. But it's not the problem you think it is. No.
What is the problem we think it is, guys? It's over-sexualization. It's the sexual revolution degrading women to the point where they are what they don't like in men. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I've noticed with feminism, is like, you can't then criticize, for me, you can't criticize men for their over-sexualization if you are going to try and bring yourself up to their standard. If you are going to try and behave like a man and want to use a man's standards upon yourself, then you should not be double standardsing yourselves with men. You should be on the same playing field. And yeah, if a man is living with his parents, that should be fine. If a man is not earning more than you, then that should be fine. None of this isn't sexualization. But yeah, this double standard, you want to remove them. You want to be a man, but at the same time, you want to still be a woman. Pick a lane is what I'm trying to say. Hey, Ree, hi, good afternoon. You've joined us for a very interesting, well, I'm sure you've read this book, right? You've read the Mommy Milker book. What's it? Morning Glory Milking Farm.
This problem is the reading level of this book.
Oh, shit.
Listen, when I first read A Court of Thorns and Roses, before I got to all the spice I thought it was a YA novel because it's written at
Yeah, it is written at YA. You're right. Yeah.
about the level of Harry Potter, like late.
Yeah, you really don't need to go that far with with a book like that. You can go YA and then just, or what you're doing, which is what we were actually said when I was reviewing it with girls. We were saying that it's like a YA novel, but you just have the nudity essentially. So it's like you have Twilight, but then you have the actual sex happening. You don't just have it like they go to the bed and then we cut scenes kind of thing. Like, so yeah, it gets egregious, but it's not, yeah, YA, young adults, yeah. So yeah, it's a level, it's okay. It's not, also, what are you going to do with that kind of prose, spending so much time describing the area they're in and the world building and all of this stuff, and then actually the whole point is we're just going to put the sex scenes in. I suppose we have sex scenes in George R. R. Martin, and I found those pretty hot as well. But it was not egregious. It was not focused on, like, if you're thinking of it as a movie, it's, the nudity is not as insane, and it's not porn, but you can still find it very sexy. But anyway, what do I know? I just like classy smut.
Middle school, early high school level. This book is written at about the level of, I don't know if you've ever read The Hatchet. Yeah. It's all tell, no show. It's very repetitive. Even like there are like adult words in this book, but they're not
adult words. Ooh.
Adult words. Or I mean, there's adult words in this book, but there's no high level vocabulary other than that.
Yeah, because this is written for the TikTok age. Okay, this is written for, yeah, for people that are not reading, that have not read Lord of the Rings. This is another thing that I was saying last week, was if this is all you're reading, that's a problem. Okay, like, really, if this is your entire bookshelf, I am gonna judge you, because you need to be reading more. I'm sorry, you need to be reading something that has substance if you're going to be reading at all. Okay, let's do something. Even if you're not going to read fantasy, which is what I mostly read, is sci-fi, fantasy, whatever. I don't like nonfiction. I'm really trying to get into nonfiction, but yeah, if that's all you're reading, there is a problem. You might be getting addicted to it. You might actually start seeing challenges in your relationship because of it. You are having a bit of a porn addiction. So just remember that. My bookshelf is empty. Well, you know what? It's better than having Mommy Milka over here all over the shelves. If it was made into a movie, would it make bank? I think it would make bank because people would go and watch it because they know the name. What, Flat Standing? I don't even know, like, but it's the first novel. Yeah, this is because the reading level, I suppose the reading level, this is probably an American writing it, I suppose, a Western person. The reading level is not good. Just most of the world does not read, and does not read well. We're not the TikTok generation, in that we grew up, we didn't grow up with TikTok, but we're killing our brains with short form content. I've noticed myself becoming less patient with long form content, and then there's me making the long form content. But it's so different to be making content compared to watching it. Yeah,
I think that's a problem. I think this book, the fact that people are graduating from this book, which is a fantasy book with somewhat complex world building, to this book, which is shallow smut with no challenge, no intrigue. You don't really have to think about it.
Well, the one I want to, yeah, no challenge, no intrigue. I'm with you on this. I don't need to read it to believe you. But I'm wondering of this Fourth Wing. So Fourth Wing is this other very popular smutty book that everybody is mad about. My girlfriends have recommended it to me over and over again, and I'm like, yeah, but I've still got to finish the Court of Thorns and Roses stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish it. I've got the books here. I'm gonna finish it and see what it's like. The podcast isn't happening anymore, but might as well. But yeah, again, if you are going from that, which that's what we spoke about, is Court of Thorns and Roses is kind of like a gateway drug because it's got the cover that is kind of classy-ish. You know, there's no busty woman on the front. There's no freaking minotaur. There's nothing like that going on. It's a nice ladylike bit, and I don't know what the rest of the books are. Apparently, the rest of the books get very, very, very over the top.
And if you do think about it, it ruins the story. I think it's a problem. I feel like if you were going to get into reading, if you get this book and you like it, for the purposes someone might like it for, the books you graduate to shouldn't be easier. They should be more complex.
Interesting. I would love to see Lovett's thoughts on this because Lovett has written some very steamy stuff, guys, and it's very exciting. I like the way that she writes. Also, even better is the way that she performs her own writing. So go and have a look at Love It Ever After for that. That's not who I'm judging here. Okay, I'm judging this kind of no skill writing. Okay, where you're not doing pretty things with words. That makes me lose my mind. So maybe an author like Lovett would be able to write something that is a little bit more complex. I think because of the genre, you can't go too complex. I suppose we've had sort of sex scenes in fantasy novels and things like that. But if that should just be you've got explicit sex in it, cool. But that's not the reason we wrote the story in the first place. It's not for that. So we've got the whole thing. People make a joke about Game of Thrones being boob dragons, right? Because there's so many boobs in Game of Thrones and the show. And that's the whole point that the reason it's attributed, that's the reason anybody watched it was because there were so many boobs and so much sex and so much swearing and whatever. And that's what people wanted. That's why they went and decided to ruin Wheel of Time by sexualizing the shit out of it when that is not what it was about. I guess you can have those in your novels. You can have sex in your novel, but it should not be the reason you're writing it, unless you're in this genre. And if you're in the genre, I would say Court of Thorns and Roses is where you should be at. If you want to make it frillier, prettier, go ahead, but don't go to this, like he's saying, where it is where it's easier, it's simpler, it's cheaper. But hey, we're just judging a book by it being read. We have an idea. Oh, have you read any Warhammer books? No, but I mean that sounds like are the Warhammer books? Are there Warhammers in those books? If you know what I mean. Make a movie and Louis C.K. is the Minotaur. That's how you shut it down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, exactly. That would be great. Actually, he should make the movie. He should direct it, star in it. Oh, that would be amazing.
You should graduate to smut with like intrigue or something. And I think that's a shame.
Yes, why not? Why not have the sex scenes be steamy, but you carry on? I don't know, just maybe something as well about fantasy novels. There is something weird about having the word like, so the thing that you notice with say Court of Thorns and Roses and things like that, actually you do not get explicit words like cock or something like that. Okay, you don't get that kind of language. I think you do get the F word and all of that, but I don't. Yeah, it's weird getting dirty talk in a certain setting. I don't know. I'm not an author, but yeah, I'm a reader. I'm a consumer of literature. I can have an opinion.
Because I think there's a lot of authors out there who deserve, a lot of attention. And
like you, Paffy, you better write us one.
I gave CM DaCosta the money to purchase this book because if I was going to review it and if I was going to read it, they deserve it. But quite frankly, I'm not happy that I did. It's easy. AI could have written it.
Maybe AI did write it in 2022.
Come on, challenge yourself a little bit, ladies. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, we want it easy stuff. We don't want to think about it. Okay, it's like but then say so. Then it is like porn, and you don't want you don't want the story. You're not reading it for the plot. You are reading it for the. Yeah, I suppose you do. Hey, they do say that's the kind of stuff, but it's also in insults, so it's also in the rest of the world. I suppose if your world is gritty in that way, you would integrate the sex scenes. They would integrate a little bit better. So if I'm just thinking of the sexy scenes that are in Wheel of Time, they are just suggestive. They're just I mean, the sexiest thing that you hear about is being breathless, I suppose. And that's about it. And I liked that. I thought that was very well done. I like the idea and the way a writer can maneuver around being really explicit, but still being romantic and a little bit sexy. I think that that's nice. But yeah, I guess this is not what this kind of genre is for. You're not happy? Are you okay?
One good experience I have is that this book made me uncomfortable in the first read, but after reading this, I'm much more forgiving.
Oh.
So I might be picking up the rest of the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I might be giving it another try.
Yeah.
Because it feels moderate. It feels tame now.
Mm-hmm.
This book, it's probably
Gross.
serviceable for what it's meant for.
Serviceable. I'm sure many women have found it serviceable.
What it's meant for is not literary-minded people.
Yeah.
It's meant for servicing yourself. So, keep that in mind before you buy. And I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm retarded.
That's a lovely it's a lovely way of putting it. I'm retarded at the end of the video. Thank you so much, Paffy, for that. Thank you for putting yourself through that. I do not envy you, but I do. I am very proud of you for having the courage to do that. We actually have, if you guys want to know how horrific some of these scenes could be, because I mean, he wasn't explicit here. We have some readings from Leon where he read some of the Mommy Milka book. I know it's not what it's called, but it's just what's there. Thank you for your service, CS Paffy. So we've got, hold up. Oh my God. Okay, so we've got a bit of a clip. This is the first one. This is from Peepers. He has done all the work here. Thank you, PP. Let's go. And Leon, I hope Leon does a very good performance here. I read it and it reminded me of what South Park episode where Mr. Garrison wrote a book. What book did he write? You know what it reminded me of, considering apparently she's very fascinated with nuts. It reminded me of that South Park episode where they're all hopping around. Okay, so let's see. Let's guys, this is explicit. So just make sure you don't have any children around you. I mean, I don't think I know you don't watch this with children. You don't watch me with children around, because that's not a good idea at all. Right, let's go.
Random paragraph.
I've been divorced for about 2 years now.
Okay, yes. Okay, we understand this thanks to CS Pappy. He's been divorced, okay? But let's also listen to this in terms of the level of reading this would be, okay?
Just haven't had the damn thing taken out. At first I wasn't ready. Now I'm afraid it's going to hurt. The air in her lungs seem to freeze.
Now I'm afraid it's going to hurt. Well done, Leon. That was he emoted so hard.
Blood in her veins slowing to a halt, leaving her
The blood in her veins. Wow, such literature.
suspended and immobile beneath the bench. Divorced? It took a moment for her brain to force her to breathe once more, culling the brief flare of hope. So he's divorced. So what? She's a girlfriend then? Well, I'm sure getting it removed couldn't possibly be more painful than having to put it back in the first place, she forced out in the same high-pitched, two-chipper voice It doesn't change anything. How was the lunch date?
Okay, so he has a girlfriend in this what's the name in this section? The audio and book needs a drinking game. Guys, that would be so much fun. The Valley of the Peens. Okay. So
Okay. I love how I have more questions than answers. Random paragraph.
okay, so that's one. That I guess you had to do super chats in order to get more reading from him. This one, let's go here. Oh, 59 seconds. This is a problem.
I'm telling you, he must be bloody fucking brilliant in bed. That's the only reason I can think of the Enists have decided, watch her, I've the whole world to pick from, but this gormless muppet is me true love. Is the
What? Okay, so we have a, I think this is an American trying to write an English sort of Cockney accent.
only explanation. And you take the blood from the menu donors. Violet went undeterred.
That's the vampire BFF. Okay.
A bubble of giddiness rising within her. And sometimes they're jerking off.
What? Hold up.
Explanation. And you take the blood from the menu donors. Violet went undeterred. A bubble of giddiness rising within her. And sometimes they're jerking off. The two goblins and the adjacent. Oh fuck. Well, we'll keep going because
$50.
someone
Listen, a $50 let's get.
50 banger threw up the horns. We'll keep going.
Oh shit!
I think it was what is like a one paragraph per $10.
The two goblins at the adjacent table paused their conversation to glance up at her enthusiastic explanation as an orc at the table across from theirs raised a thick, dark eyebrow, a smile tugging at the cornet of his full lips around his tusks. He burned up the neck, but she was too excited to be mortified. She has a job just like yours. Before the vampire could even respond, Violet was continuing, overwhelmed with the need to get it all out and tell somebody to tell her everything. I'm telling you.
She's so. Oh, okay. She's. I don't know if it's taking itself very seriously. I don't know. Maybe this is just a meme. Okay, that was this one. Then one more here. No, I think there's two more. Okay.
Even respond, Violet was continuing, overwhelmed with the need to get it all out and tell somebody to tell her everything. I work at Morning Glory Milking Farm. Have you heard of it? We milk minotaurs. That's my job. I'm a milking technician.
I'm a milking technician. Okay.
Galael's mouth formed a perfect O of surprise for several
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. That kind of style I've read.
beats before her darkly lined lips broke into a wolfish smile, showing off her pointed
Oh look, there's so many adjectives, everybody.
canines. We'll go with two more paragraphs for the 50 banger. Minotaurs don't have udders, not that I'm aware of. So what exactly is it you're milking? Violet didn't answer, for the other girl had already dissolved into laughter, her platinum head dropping.
Okay, it knows that it's funny. It knows that it's funny. Good. That is not a normal premise that you're milking. Why are you calling it milking though? Reading for dollars is a great idea for a stream. If you can prevent the smutty brain rot, you can profit from it. If you can't prevent it, profit from it. Absolutely. The whole book is either sitting in coffee shops having prosaic chat or being at the farm. Yeah, farm. I'm just not understanding why it has to look like a farm when it's a medical facility and the minotaurs are humanish. So it's like, why would you need it to look like a barn? That's kind of degrading. You're making these into animals. This is bestiality, boys and girls.
To the table. Well, that's the best gig in town, isn't it? That's the best gig in town, isn't it? You at least got to work with big beefy minotaurs. I'm stuck with humans. I bet that's some prime beef you get a manhandle.
Oh, that's a very good place to start.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Even respond.
Oh, prime beef, you get a handle. Lolsies. Ugh. Last one, okay. I think it
Spine, his wide pink.
oh my gosh. I think Leon was tired of this by now, but this is okay, this is a bit scary. Here we go.
Stroked down her spine, his wide pink nose pressed to her hair, agreeing with a
What?
grunt. stroked down her spine, his wide pink nose pressed
His wide pink nose. No, guys, this is rude. No, my cats have pink noses. Fuck you with no. Get in the sea. Get in the sea.
her hair, agreeing with a grunt when deep, lushly accent voice broke to the room. Junie, do not even think of it. Get back over here, Junie. The high-pitched yip of Rourke's neighbor little dog rose the volume. The man's voice took on a desperate tone. Rourke snorted, and she managed to stifle her giggle as the man's voice beseeched the dog. Junie, please, you're gonna wake up Mama, and then we'll both be in trouble. Is that what you want? The dog continued to lip.
Okay, so whoa.
To yip shrilly, as if it
She's thinking on not lick. I thought he was saying lick.
was exactly what she wanted, and Violet was unable to hold back her laughter, then climbing from the bed, pulling Rourke's hand to follow. By the time they're both dressed and ready to leave the house, the small terror known as Junie had been recollared in her own yard.
Oh god, that scared me. So okay. Oof. No. Okay, so it's not what I thought it was. The pink nose is of the dog, I suppose, right?
Her spine, his wide pink nose pressed to her hair, agreeing with a grunt when deep, lushly accent voice broke to the room. Junie, do not even think of it. Get back over here, Junie.
I'm not understanding. They're listening to the neighbor wrangling their dog, but what is this shiver up her back? His pink nose. What the hell is this? What is this? No, the pink nose is Rourke's. I'm sorry, Lord. I'm so sorry. This is a problem. I've participated in tomfoolery. Pink part 4, I think, lol milking. Okay, wait, what's this? It's a video of pee-pee. But wait, we've got, what is this here? This is a Cine clip. I don't know if it's got to do with milky milk, but it's a clip. Oh, what?
To pay people to protest.
I gifted backshot to over 10 people. Oh,
To
That is a great, wow.
pay
She
people to
realized,
protest.
she realized what she said.
I gifted backshot to over 10 people. Oh,
Oh wow, that's incredible. Okay, thank you very much. Cindy is a good girl. They're spooning in bed. You know what? I feel very, very sick. We shouldn't have listened to that. I don't feel. I just don't think you. Animals' noses are sacred, boys. Don't put them there. That's all I'm saying. Just don't. I'm so upset. I'm so shook. Oh, it's gross. It's gross. It's gross. Okay, well, that's the end of it. We've been going for an hour and a half. I wanted to do spooky things, but I think that's about it, guys. White pink nose. Just kitty. I'm broken. I am. I actually am. I'm more disturbed than I want to be chased for the rest. I don't know. You guys have ruined me. Actually, like my husband is now just not gonna have anyone to be with now because I'm just like I would like to be a virgin. I'm gonna be a born again virgin now. Oh, you're a monster. This is your fault. It's stuck in my head forever. Yeah. So yeah, that is it, guys. Yeah, I'm not feeling good. Virginity is cool. Yes, it is, guys. Stay pure. Yeah, stay pure, everybody. I'm trying to find something else to say. Oh, as the president of all women, you need to sort them out, Kitty. Yeah, okay, I'll speak to them. I'm tired. I don't want to speak to them. Gooners don't have to be your audience. Gooners are over. Gooners are over. Gooners should be over, okay? But I mean, like, at least now you understand, Paffy, what I mean by what's the name? The Court of Thorns and Roses being classy. That's what I mean when I mean classy, because it doesn't go as far and as graphic. Like, you don't need that. I guess I'm just a prude because I don't need that. If I'm and also I'm reading that book. I'm not, just so you guys know, disclaimer, you can read those books and find them interesting, but you're not having sessions with them. I'm sorry, that's not what I was doing. So I don't know. Read the Bible. Okay. Go and watch a nice man-on-man film. Yeah, exactly. Nice and gentleman. Right, guys. Have a nice life, guys. This week, I watched the whole of Ed Gein's Monster, the story, and I have been exposed to this. And you know what? Like, I'm done. You notice there's no touching grass this week, because I can't even touch the grass, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go and pour myself a glass of wine. That's what's happening. No Wheel of Time. I am rereading the Wheel of Time. And when I get to the romance scenes, I will read them. Because the romance scenes are not bad at all. They're lovely, tame, suggestive things rather than explicit stuff. But you know what, if you have such a high threshold that you need seams of body parts to be excited, go off, queen. Not really. I'm not that excited for you. Don't do it. Okay. Thank you again to CPaffy. Guys, go and subscribe to CPaffy, because he seems to be going to go and review what's the name? He's going to review more smut for you guys from a male's perspective. I think it's actually quite a cool thing. You've become a cat dad, Taco Knight. Congratulations. Enjoy being a cat daddy. Read the Bible, Ezekiel. I'm not reading that now. Listen, the Bible is wild too, boys. It's I just read something of like being stretched over a boy, and you know what? I think we're done. Congrats on the cats. Go give Gordon a cuddle and see if he needs some milk. No. I'm gonna go and hug Daisy and not be disturbed by the idea of her nose. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next week. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming as much. Just been going through some stuff, but I'll be on it next week. And there is another Israel-Palestine debate that we have from Dave Smith and some other Hughes person. I will probably go over that, unless you guys have some other ideas of what you want me to diagram. But either way, I think I'm quite obsessed with the Ed Gein story anyway. I want to diagram that, so don't know if I'll do it live or if I'll do a video. The point is, just turn on your notifications, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Just be around when I post content. That's what I want you to do, okay? And I promise you, it won't be about Minotaurs for a while at least. Okay. See, Biscuit says, I take care and hello to Daisy. Oh, thanks, Taco. Diagram the grass types. The grass type Pokemon? Yeah, let's go. Right. Have a nice life, everybody. Enjoy the outro music. I hope it plays. And thank you so much for the super chats. Lives in Dev's Walls. And Michael, everybody who supports the channel. Members. Working on the new membership. The membership stuff. There is stuff that only members will get, but once the new membership video comes out, okay, the first Marcus Aurelius video will be released to non-members. So, and I said member too many times.
I'll see you next time, shall we? Hey.